Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew Santowski. I'm giving you another early fight prediction, this time for the main event. Um, for a main event set for Saturday, February 5th, 2022. Man, I can't wait for this, guys. I'm glad they're making this fight. UFC has announced some great main events so far for 2022. And I'm really looking forward to this, man. I love when they start the year off with fights I would love to see. And we get one here between two top 10 middleweight contenders in Jack Hermansson against Sean Strickland. And this is the fight this is one of the guys Sean Strickland was calling for. I think it's a fight he deserves, and I think this fight is actually good for Jack Hermansson as well, since the top 5 is kind of booked outside of Marvin Vettori. And Marvin Vettori needs some time to recover after that fight of the night against Paulo Costa, man, where those guys took insane amounts of damage and held up for all 5 rounds. Unbelievable. So, guys, digging into this, Jack Hermansson, man, he's coming off a nice win over Edmund Shabazian. We've seen what Edmund's about, man. He can hit hard, but his cardio fades. He can't grapple. Jack Hermansson, 33 years old, 77.5-inch reach advantage, 6'1". He's a big middleweight, man. He is. Great reach. Lost the wrestling bout to the Cosmot. No shame in that. Beat Edmund in May. So he hasn't been very active, guys. He lost to Marvin last December. He took a lot of damage in that fight. So then he beat Kelvin Gastelum by heel hook in July of 2020. Lost to Jared Cannonier prior to that. And that was a fight that the UFC kind of made. They made that fight to see if Jack could elevate to the next level, man. He had a huge main event win over Jacare Souza. Prior to that, like I said, so that Cannonier fight was supposed to be his coming out party, but Jared Cannonier, just with his takedown defense and his heavy power, man, he shut the lights out on Jack. And I think that's Jack's biggest weakness is guys that can use their wrestling and defense, keep the fight standing, and land heavy power. And I think Kelvin Gastelum was probably on his way to doing that as well. Jack looked shaky in that fight, but Kelvin Gastelum started playing around with Jack on the ground, and Jack locked up that nasty heel hook on him. But that's nasty. That is nasty. And so, I mean, it's the same thing with Strickland here, man. If Strickland can keep this fight standing and really batter Jack, then Jack's going to be in a world of trouble, man, because Sean Strickland could throw volume all day, man. Jack's known for his cardio. Sean Strickland showed that this guy's got amazing cardio as well, man. He really impressed me going 5 rounds with Uriah Hall. Even though there wasn't a lot of comeback, Uriah Hall doesn't throw any volume at all. So, but Sean Strickland, man, he ate some big shots from Uriah and just kept pushing forward. Former welterweight, but he definitely should be fighting at middleweight here. 76-inch reach, 6'1", 30 years old. So 3 years younger, 1.5-inch reach disadvantage, same height, and he's on a nice 5-fight win streak. God, that's a sneaky win streak, man. And he's handled all his competition accordingly, man. Nordine Taleb, Jack Marshman, Brendan Allen, Christoph Jocko, Uriah Hall, man. This guy's definitely worthy of a seat at the top 10 table, and he is. He's a top 10 contender. I think he's ranked 6 or 7. And he's calling out Jack Hermansson. That's a great fight. I don't see any of these guys being middleweight champs anytime soon. Like I said, I think Strickland too. He's gonna go up against guys that can put his lights out, take advantage of his heavy boxing style, which Jack might be able to do. I mean, Sean Strickland doesn't really throw a lot of kicks. He kind of just marches forward with his hands, and he likes to play Rock'em Sock'em Robot. But he can do it, man. He can take punishment and dish it out, man, and throw a lot of volume. And I think Jack Hermansson, man, if he utilizes his leg kicks, and just mixes in the takedowns with the punches, man, I think this is Jack Hermansson's fight. I really do. I mean, if I were sitting on the line, I honestly think Jack Hermansson should be the favorite here. I think the line's going to be the complete opposite way, though. I see Strickland getting all the public's money, all the public action. I see Strickland being at least a minus 140 or higher. And, hey, you know what? If they're going to disrespect Jack like that, I'm going to be all over Jack in this fight, man. I just like Jack for the fact that he's the more well-rounded mixed martial artist. And I don't really think Sean Strickland has the kryptonite to beat Jack, especially as this fight gets extended. And if Jack can really control the grappling game and really just, hey, man, keep Strickland away with his jab, mix in low kicks. Just don't let Strickland walk you down and just laying bombs on you, man. That's what Jack has to avoid, man. Jack is chinny. Jack is taking a lot of damage. And Jack needs to fight smart here, man. Jack fights smart, uses a well-rounded game. He can definitely beat Sean Strickland here. So my early pick is going to be Jack Hermansson. There are no odds out for this fight yet, guys. But like I said, if Jack Hermansson is being disrespected at the betting window, my money will be all over Jack Hermansson here.